Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Vilma and my channel is called My Curls and Beauty. And today I am doing a one brand tutorial where all the products that I'm using cost £1.99 each. They're from the Natural Collection makeup line, which is available at Boots. I believe this is owned by Boots, I'm not entirely sure, but it's the only place that you can actually find this product available as far as I'm aware. Now I thought this would be a fun video to do because I'll be testing these products for the first time. I've tried some products from this line maybe a good 4 years ago. I tried the bronzer and a blush, which I currently have and I will be using in this tutorial, but the majority of the products, better saying, that I'm using today are completely new to me. I've never tried them. I will be testing them out on camera. So everything is £1.99. It's super affordable. I hope, fingers crossed, they work, because hopefully this will help some of you who are on a budget and can find products which are available at the drugstore. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get started. I'm skipping primer in this video because I couldn't find a primer available in store. I'm not entirely sure if they actually have one. So if you've tried this line, please comment below and let me know if they have a primer. So I'm going to go straight into foundation. I have the Natural Collection Color Foundation, which is supposed to give you medium coverage. It's good for combination to oily skin and it's fragrance free. Now, packaging wise, absolutely love it. It's plastic, so it's great for travel. It carries 40 ml of product and I cannot believe that this costs £1.99. So to apply the foundation, I'm going to use, as always, two tools. I'm going to use my beauty sponge on the right side of my face and my Louise Young Super Foundation brush on the left. I don't know if I have to shake it, but I'm just going to shake the foundation a little bit to see how it's going to come out. The shade that I chose is Sand. Here is how it looks. It's actually quite thick. I wasn't expecting it to be this thick. And I'm going to start dotting my face with the foundation. It has no scent whatsoever, which is really good for those of you who are sensitive to scents. And now going in with my beauty sponge, I'm just going to start blending the foundation. I don't think I applied too much foundation on this side. I may have to apply a little bit more because I was looking at the viewfinder and it just looks like I didn't apply too much foundation. So far it looks like it's blending really nicely, but I'm not too sure if it's medium coverage because I didn't apply all that much. I may need to take a little bit more just to see if it is medium coverage. As you can see, it kind of like disappeared, so I'm going to apply a little bit more. I think I need maybe a couple of pumps, like one full pump to this side and one full pump for the left. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more foundation. Okay, that's better. Here we go. It seems to blend really, really nice, although it's a thick kind of like formula. And I would say that the coverage is light to medium. I wouldn't say this is definitely medium coverage, but it is buildable because I applied a little bit more and it's not looking cakey whatsoever. I can still see a lot of my skin underneath, so it's not like it covered all that much. I feel like it just evened out my skin tone. It is quite natural looking and the shade isn't too bad. I'm really happy with the shade. So now I'm going to use my foundation brush by Louise Young and I'm just going to start blending the foundation. I've already finished applying the foundation with the brush and I feel like the foundation is more of a light, maybe buildable coverage. I still see this mark that I have on this side, and over here I have a lot of marks like scars, and they're still very visible. So the foundation is very natural. Moving on to the concealer, I have this in shade Fair, and the description on the back says cover up cream, easy to blend creamy concealer to cover spots, blemishes, and under eye shadows, and it's fragrance free. And at the back it actually says the Boots Company PLC, so it is owned by Boots. Now they only had 2 shades available from this concealer, but from the foundation they actually had quite a few. I think maybe 8 shades available or something like that. So hopefully this shade is going to work for me, because the medium shade was a little bit on the pink side. It was too pinkish, so I decided to go for this light one. I'm going to use my finger to blend the concealer. Okay, it blends so quickly, but it's not covering up anything, so I'm just going to use a little bit more, quite a bit actually, because I don't feel like this is going to cover all that much. I like the packaging with the doe foot applicator. I find that really nice. I feel like it's applying a little bit patchy, and it's drying really quick. Gosh, this is really quick. I feel like I need to come back with my beauty blender or my beauty sponge, or else it's just going to settle. Like on this side, it's already drying. So if you try this concealer, apply one eye at a time, because it's just settling in. Not settling in, it's just drying really quick. I'm gonna try with my sponge and see how it blends in. I'm using the sponge to see if it makes the product a little bit more emollient, but I just feel like it's disappearing. It's not covering anything. My first impression already on the concealer is very disappointing. It doesn't cover up anything. I applied 3 layers of the concealer and I can still see my under eye circle, so this one is a total no-no. Next we have the Natural Collection Loose Powder in the shade Warm Translucent. I've never heard a name like that. Usually it's either translucent or warm, but we're gonna go with it. And it comes in this really nice plastic packaging, and it has, I don't know how you guys call this. I'll put the name up here if I know. It has a little plastic here, which took me forever to actually lift it, but it's stopping the powder from coming out, which is really good. So I'm gonna take it out and then apply a little bit on the cap. So I didn't apply too much on the cap, and I can already see that this is a chunky type of powder. It's not finely milled whatsoever, but we're going to apply on the face and see how it goes. But from what I can see, it's super chunky. It doesn't seem to be adding any coverage, which is good, but I find that the powder is really kind of like weird looking. So I'm going to use this brush now to set my concealer. It did an okay job, but I'm not impressed with how chunky it actually is, so we'll see if it controls oil. Moving on to brows, I have the brow pencil in medium. They only had 2 shades. They had dark brown and brown medium, so I chose the lighter shade just because I find that the other one was a little bit too dark. It's kind of like the average pencil. It has a spoolie on one side and the pencil on the other, and we're going to see if the shade works or how the texture actually feels. So I'm just going to slowly start filling in my brows. It's actually like a dry formula. I'm not really seeing much happening on my brows. I feel like I need to press the pencil. And the shade is okay. Because it's limited, you can't really judge a pencil's quality by that, but definitely the shades are very, very limited. but I think I should have gone maybe for the darker shade. So I feel like this pencil, the texture is super dry as mentioned before, and I feel like I need to press to get it out. I don't know if it needs to warm up slightly, but I feel like I need to press to get some sort of coverage. But I feel like my eyebrows are looking okay, but it's not the perfect shade for me. But here at the end, like on the sides right over here, I'm finding it difficult to create my natural shape properly, just because I'm pressing so much on my skin. I picked up 2 of their eyeshadows. They have a lot of single eyeshadows, which I think is really great. They have a little bit for everybody. The first one that I have here on my right is called Barley, and it's like a gold shade. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's kind of like in the middle. I find it really pretty. And the other one is called Milk Chocolate, which is like a taupey brown kind of, and I thought that these two would work really, really well together. So let's have a look at the pigmentation. So the first eyeshadow is a Barley, which is like a goldish eyeshadow. So we're going to see what the pigmentation is like. It's pretty. It's not too bright, it's just an easy everyday shade, I find, and it's just gliding on my eyelid, which I really like. It's not too different from my skin tone. Now that I apply it, it's not coming out as pigmented as it could be, but it's still not bad. It's actually coming out really well. There is a little bit of fallout. I could feel it kind of like close to my nose area. A little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. But because this shade is quite similar to my skin tone, I cannot see if there's anything around. So I'm going to try Milk Chocolate on my crease and see if there's any fallout and also the pigmentation. Moving on to Milk Chocolate, I'm going to apply this on my crease. It's a little bit of... Okay, it showed straight away. I feel like I need to keep going in because it's not super pigmented, but it's definitely showing. Nothing too crazy, but most definitely showing. So what I'm going to do with Barley is just apply it a little bit in the center of my eye with my finger to see if it picks up a little bit more pigment. Yeah, it shows up a lot better with your finger for sure. Next we have the liquid eyeliner, which is supposed to be smudge resistant, and it looks like this. So the brush is super fine. Let's see how it goes. Wow, it's super pigmented, like super pigmented. Oh, this is also, it's a little brush at the end, I think. I'm barely touching my skin and there's a lot of pigment just coming out. And I'm gonna get this product on my eyelashes, which is really annoying. I hope I can apply mascara after. The brush itself is very flimsy, so you need to be careful with that. Okay, I need to get used to this. And I need to take all this mascara, sorry, all this liner that I have on my lashes, because the brush is just touching my lashes. It has a lot of pigment, I have to say, but it is a little bit flimsy, and it has a stopper, but it has a lot of product as well, so you may want to take the product out. The brush is very flimsy. It's super black, but I feel like I have no control because I'm holding the lid. I like having my hand a little bit closer to the tip. I'm going to be very honest, I am not liking how this is applying because my eyelashes are full of product. I can't get to my eyelids properly with this. It's just, I'm struggling. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm not even going to perfect my line because although I find that the product is super duper pigmented and very black, I find that the brush is too flimsy, and this product, the way I have to hold it, gives me no control. My eyelashes are full of product, so I still hope that I can apply mascara, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now because I don't want my lashes to dry, and this product for me is already a fail. Next, I have the Lash Curl from Natural Collection. This is supposed to give you a good curl and also give you length. So let's go ahead and see how the brush looks like. I like it. It's kind of like a triangular kind of brush, and I'm not too sure if this is made of plastic or not, but we're just going to see what it does for my lashes. I believe it's also supposed to be a long wearing formula. Right. What I can see is that my eyelashes are clumping a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the liner, the liquid liner. It could be. The formula is not too wet, not too dry either. But my lashes are clumping a little bit. So what I've noticed is that the mascara does give length, but it doesn't volumize whatsoever. I still feel like I just have my lashes and they look a lot longer. Definitely no volume whatsoever going on over here. More length, if anything. Moving on to bronzer, we have the Golden Glow bronzer. And I've used this bronzer before, so this is not a first impressions on it. I do remember to like it, better saying. So I'm just going to bronze a little bit. It is quite pigmented, and it's not a matte bronzer either. It's like it has a little bit of a glow. Isn't it nice when you just bronze your face a little bit? It just adds so much dimension. You look so flat only with foundation and concealer, and the bronzer just adds so much kind of like dimension to your face. So I picked up two blushes. One is in Peach Melba, which is a powder blush. I've used this several years ago and I absolutely loved it, so I decided to pick it up again. I think it's a gorgeous shade for any time of year, but I decided to use a cream blush. This one is in Naked Glow. I've been really into cream blushes, so I'm going to apply this one today. Okay, let's see how this applies on the skin. I just applied a little bit on the back of my hand. Applying on the apples of my cheeks. Is it even showing on camera? I think it is. I like the shade. One thing that I like about cream blushes is that they're supposed to give you kind of like a dewy finish on the skin, and this one is not really giving me a dewy finish at the moment. It's going on okay, but it's going on a little bit patchy, I think. So I'm not going to apply any more. I personally don't like how it's applying. It's looking really patchy on this side. At first it looked like it was blending in really nicely, but I feel like it's looking slightly patchy. It doesn't look very nice. And the foundation is looking a little bit dark. When I look like this, it's looking a little bit dark. So on this side, it's not applying very nice. It looks like my face is actually dirty. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but for sure, I don't like this cream blush whatsoever. I'm going to apply a little bit of Peach Melba on the apples of my cheeks because I don't like how this blush is actually looking. So I'm just going to use this Real Techniques contour brush because I just want to apply a little bit here. Such a nice blush. Moving on to highlighter because highlighter is life. I have this in shade Coral Glow, and it comes in really cute packaging. It looks like this, and I'm just going to apply it over here to see. Wow, it looks really pretty, but I'm not going to apply it too much because the shade is not really for winter or anything like that. So I'm going to apply it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to apply it on my skin. It actually looks very similar to a blush that I have from Sleek Makeup, which is very comparable to Orgasm by NARS, but I don't own that one, so I don't want to say it's comparable to that one or not, but definitely to the Sleek one it is. So I'm just going to apply it to see with my fingers to see if it brings my skin to life. I think I need to apply this directly onto the skin because on my fingers it's just not doing much. Okay. I actually really like it. It's very pretty. It's not the best highlighter that I've tried, but it definitely brings a little bit of light onto my skin. The other shades that they have were a little bit too light, too stark, and this one is not that bad. I think this would be a really nice shade for spring and summer where you really want to have like coral finishes and stuff like that. It's very subtle. It's not a super bright highlighter. I feel like that blush has made my skin look dirty, you know? Before I even forget, I'm going to set my eyebrows with the brow gel, which is in a medium brown once again. I like how small it is. It's so practical for like putting it inside your makeup bag. I picked up one of their lip liners. This one is in Rosy Rose. And I'm just going to line my lips and see. Very creamy and pigmented. It's just going on. Super nice actually. Okay, the shade is not the same as the outside of the packaging, so I'm not impressed by that, but it is very pigmented. But this is not a shade that I would wear this time of year, and that's the only reason why I picked this one up, because I thought it would be closer to my lipstick in Mare by MAC, but this is super bright. It's not like a muted color like this one, but pigmentation is definitely really good. I also picked up one of their Moisture Shine lipsticks. This one is in Rose Bud, and I love shades like this. Is like a mauvey pinky shade. I'm really into these shades at the moment. Let's see how it goes. Very creamy. It's going on really nicely. Doesn't have any perfume, which is good. And this shade just went so nicely on top of the lip pencil. I like the shade a lot. So here is the finished look using all these super affordable products. I hope from the reactions that I gave you guys whilst applying the products, you can kind of like know which ones really disappointed me and the ones that stood out. For example, the concealer was a huge disappointment. The liquid eyeliner and what else? The brow pencil wasn't all that good either, maybe because of the shade. The loose powder was very chunky, so I'm not impressed by that. The foundation actually looks okay, it's very natural, but I don't feel like it's a medium coverage foundation. But the ones that really stood out to me were the lip pencil and the lipstick. I really like the combination. It makes my lips look really pretty and full. The overall finish of this look is actually really nice. The bronzer I already knew, so it's good. The powder blush is also a nice blush. Would highly recommend. But what I will do, I will update you guys in the info bar below on each product and let you know exactly how I feel about them. Let me know if you guys would like to see more videos like this by giving this video a good thumbs up. Let me know if you've tried this line, what you think about it, and that's basically it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.